We spent $50,000 modifying our 2025 Jeep Wrangler Rubicon. Was that smart, or did we totally screw up? We're near Phoenix, Arizona, in the rugged Sonoran Desert to walk through every modification from performance to protection and show how they all come together on the trail. We'll share who did the work, whether we recommend them, and why we moved beyond our previous setup of 37s and a 3.5-inch lift. Let us know whether this money was well spent or a total screw up.
We're going to start with the tires and the wheels, foundation of the build. The wheels are Dirty Life wheels. These are beadlocks. This is our third set of Dirty Lives. This is also our third set of Nitto Grappler mud terrain tires. We love the big knobbies. We think they're great. They work really well on the trail. They're not really noisy, but that's maybe because we're in our 70s and maybe we're half deaf. But people do complain about the noise on the highway. We don't have a problem with them. We also like the fact that the sidewalls are really very well reinforced, less chance of a sidewall puncture. Suspension is Metalcloak 4.5-inch lift game changer. It's also our third Metalcloak suspension. We started with 2.5 lifts and 35, then we went to 37s and 3.5, and we're now on 40s with 4.5-inch lift. These work very well. We haven't had any problems with them, and they're very comfortable on the road, and it's very stable. In regard to the steering, we have PSC hydraulic. They're really easy to turn. You can do it with one finger. You need that for the 40s because they're just so heavy. We started with Fox shocks. We didn't really like them very much. They also leak. We're now using Metalcloak Rock Sport Blacks. They're terrific. They have a very hefty reservoir. We got tunable shocks this time. So we're going to play around with the varying degree of stiffness. I think they're set now at a 2, which is the default setting, but we're going to change that. We like our ARB diff covers in red. We have them both front and the back. We like them a lot. We had them on our 37 build, 24 Rubicon. So we got them for this 25 Rubicon. We like them in part because rocks don't get stuck in them, and they are sturdy. We have done rock crawling, and they support the vehicle well. They look good, and they also help us to get into and out of the vehicle. And we're finding that at our age, when you go 40s and a 4.5-inch lift, getting in and out of the vehicle isn't so easy. To protect the underside of the Jeep, we've installed Artec Industries full aluminum belly pan skid plate. We again purchased GenRight bumpers for both the front and rear, aluminum. We decided not to get them powder coated. They'll just scratch and it costs extra money. We like the bumpers as far as increasing our attack and departure angle. This is the rear bumper, collects very little dust, which we like. Backup sensors work, that's good. However, there's something we don't like. So we can put a bow shackle, and that's fine, but because of the recovery points, you can't really use a soft shackle. It's hard to get through, and the way it's machined, it's got sharp edges. So probably okay to use a soft shackle every once in a while, but it could end up cutting, and that could lead to a big problem. So that's one thing we don't like. We just don't like the hard edges on them. So whenever we need to use these recovery points, we will use a bow shackle. The snorkel we have is Rugged Ridge. We like to snorkel because we do water crossings, and it just gives us some extra security that we're not going to hydrolock. We also had the breather tubes raised to their maximum height. Although we don't run with groups very often, when we do, there's often a lot of dust, and this will keep some of the dust out of the engine. We have an Artec Industries tire carrier, and because of the size and weight of the tire, it really wasn't a good idea to fix it to the door. Now the door actually has an open panel there. I wasn't aware of that, and I wonder if that's where all the dust comes in. But in any event, yeah, we have an Artec panel coming, so that'll seal that off. Right now we're just putting that for the dust. And that's the inside of the tire carrier, which is really kind of neat because when it's attached to the door, tire carrier is impossible to clean, but this one we can clean on the inside. And then also this door is just easy to open. You just open it like that. So we're pleased with that. It's a little hard at first to open and close the tire carrier because it's so new, but once it loosens up, we think it'll be fine. Inner fender liners. These are from Artec Industries. We love the flag. They're very handsome, and they clean off well. And the other thing is they give us more articulation because the tire has more room. To go along with that, we had to do a fender chop, and we are using Quake lighting because the LED lights got chopped off. Moving around to the front, the Rubicon stock came with the 8,000 pound worn winch. We got rid of that. We don't think an 8,000 pound winch has enough power to drive. We got a 10,000 pound winch. We're much more comfortable with that. We've also got these Nacho lights. First time with Nacho. They fit really well on the bumper, and we're very pleased with that. We've just used them a couple times. They're bright. They have both a spot and a dispersal pattern, and they work really well.
We had to re-gear our Rubicon to replace the stock 410 gears with 513 gears. We also added an ARB air compressor under the passenger seat to air up our tires. Our off-roading sweet spot is moderate to difficult trails, and this build helps us enjoy them even more. If you want to see where we've been before this build, check out our adventure playlist linked here. And we've also linked our top 5 Phoenix Trails video if you're planning to explore the area. We've upgraded from 37-inch tires and a 3.5-inch lift to make some of the tougher trails a bit easier. And honestly, with both of us dealing with bad backs, larger tires, and lower pressures, the ride a lot more comfortable. Venture Off-Road in Scottsdale, Arizona did this build, just like our last 2 Rubicon builds, and we highly recommend them. We filmed the beautiful St. Clair OHV area near Phoenix, and we've got 2 other videos from this location linked at the end as well. Thanks for watching, and until we meet again, keep your rubber down and your spirits up.